It is TYPE2, and welcome back to the channel, everyone. Happy New Year. I hope you all had a wonderful New Year, and I hope 2026 brings you the best ever. Ever. But the reason I have you here checking out the channel today is because I want to talk about the final season of Stranger Things and give you my thoughts on it. Overall, I thought the season was good. There were some things I didn't like about it. There was things I liked about it, and there's some things I'm just mad about it. Personally, I would still rank this season top three, right behind season 1 and season 4. I just thought those were better seasons. But I don't think Stranger Things had a bad season ever. So that's one point for that. But let's get on started, and let's get it started with the good. So I thought the opening episode was amazing. It puts you right back into the thick of things. You see the government has taken over the town, and you just see where everyone's at. I like that you saw that Dustin is just still heartbroken and depressed and still mourning the loss of Eddie from the end of season 4. So I thought it was good. I thought Robin being the radio host was amazing. I loved the scene when they found out when the government was going to do a dive. Yeah, so I thought the first episode was great. It felt good seeing everyone back together, like Elle training, and I just thought it was overall a great start to the season. Now, I will say the season did a really good job with the both volume 1 and 2 final episodes each. I thought it was well done, and it kept you waiting and wanting more. It was irritating, but it was a good irritate, you know. So and then I thought the last episode, just the whole 2 hours, was entertaining and like peak Stranger Things. It was amazing send off, and I ain't gonna lie, I felt myself getting just ever so slightly emotional doing the final scene with them playing Dungeons and Dragons for the last time. And then you see Holly and her friends come downstairs and start the cycle all over. It was an amazing scene. And I like that they basically gave Elle a choose your own adventure type ending. I thought that was amazing. The final fight. After all the build up and you found it out, it was the I can't think of the spider name. But the Mind Flayer, after all that, you find out the Mind Flayer was the fucking cave that they was under. I thought it looked like a hand, like this kind of. But to find out it was a Mind Flayer the whole time was dope to me. I like, I can't think of his name, but Will Mom getting the final hit on Vecna, and they went and like they panned to every character and you see what he did to each character. Amazing. It was every scene with Dustin and Steve leading up to the fight at the stairwell was amazing, because in the beginning, volume 1, they're like joking, bickering, and then they're slowly starting to really get on each other's nerves and starting to really argue. And then the scene on the stairwell where Steve was going to try to climb the ladder and Dustin knew he was going to die. And then the ladder falls when they embrace the hug. That was just beautiful, y'all. That was a beautiful, beautiful moment. I like the scene when Nancy was and Will's brother, I can't think of his name right now, was thinking they was gonna die, and they decided to not get engaged, and it was a really good scene. Now, I saw online that some people thought they broke up. I didn't get that they broke up in that scene. I just thought they just agreed to not get married because they thought he was gonna die. That's what I got from it. But I could be wrong. I really could be wrong. Oh, every scene with Hopper and 11 was amazing. The scene with the training scene where she was like, I think I can come with you. I can do the dive with you. And he was like, no, I'm good. And then you find out his plan kind of was to blow himself and the whole research lab up together. Amazing. It was amazing. And then the scene where he finally like let her like come along, and when she snuck onto the base because she was timing the thunder with her jump. A great scene, or when Hopper was just angry when he found out that 11 was definitely thinking about also sacrificing herself just so there's no more research and no one coming after them. Their chemistry, my favorite duos in the season is Ty, Justin, Dustin and Steve, and Harper and L. It was those was they carried the season for me personally. Yeah, the season was great. So that was the good. Now let's get on to the bad. Okay, and it's not even anything that I'm like, oh, this ruined the show for me, but it still it it irritated me a little bit. So number one, the stakes were high, but I didn't feel like none of the characters in danger. I felt like someone should have died, and once I realized they wasn't gonna kill Nancy mom and dad off, I kind of had a feeling no one really was gonna die. They did kill 11's sister, which I didn't care for because she's kind of a nobody in in the show. She showed up once in season three one time, and that was probably like the worst rated episode ever. And then like I like that how they brought her back. I will not say the way they brought her back in, and like even the idea of her wanting to sacrifice herself in L, so they so the experiment and the hunting could end, so they could try to stop them making another Henry or 11. It was a solid plan. I just her character does nothing for me. So when she passed, it was like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I definitely feel like the scene I was talking about earlier when Vecna finally is dying and you point the camera to Holly and you see him take out the mom, the Demogorgon take out the mom. I'm just like, that scene would have hit a lot harder if the mom would have passed or someone like it's just the fact that everyone we built this up. In fact, it was so terrifying and malicious in season four. Like everyone that he came in contact with barely got away. You tell me the whole cast survives? Nah, that I thought it was a cop out. I'm glad Steve and the main like children didn't die. I just Harper. I thought Harper was gonna sacrifice herself. Are you the mom? Um, yeah, it was just like I felt like with so much on like on the so much that was on the stakes. Like it's just and then especially when Nancy shot the whatever that bubble was. That's basically when she shot it. It pushed everything back, and no one like they nothing really happened because it stabilized itself. I just like kill some people. Kill just just some people. I feel like some people needed to die to make it more intense. Even though I like I said, I did love the final battle, so I don't want to sound like a hater. Holly getting more screen time than most of the cast. I don't even remember Holly really talking in the first 4 seasons, but I get it. It was crucial to plot because affect the plan involved the kids, so it makes sense. So I can't sit here and act like, oh, she had more screen time, but it wasn't relevant. It was. It's just I wanted to see more scenes with Grace, um, Will brother outside of the Nats and stuff. I wish they had more moments together. Um, I wish Max came back earlier. I just, just to have some more moments. I wanted to see more of the cast together than what we got. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. The actor was great. It's not like the scenes where it was bad. And I can't think of his name, but the MVP of the season is the little boy with glasses. He was hilarious. But yeah, no, I thought that was cool. And speaking of Holly, once again, the whole story arc with her, um, and like trying to escape Vecna's mind, cool. It was cool, but just for her to like, you hit the emotional moment with Max coming back, and then you had the moment with her, and it felt redundant, honestly, because she got captured right away. You know what I'm saying? Like we had all that build up just for her to be back to square one. It was a little annoying, but I get it. It had to happen. But I wish like Max would have, not Max, but Holly would have sacrificed herself for Max, saying, "Hey, I'm not. I don't even know where I'm at, but at least you can get out and maybe warn the others." You know, something like that. Like, cause Holly the heroic. You know what I'm saying? Bam, that's the moment. She's like, "Hey, Max." She tried to fight off Vecna for whatever reason, even though she does when she hits helping the kids escape the cave, but like her deciding, no, I'm gonna stay back and try to beat Vecna in here in his world, I guess. And then you have Max come back. I don't know. I wish it would have went a little bit differently because it was a bunch of cat and mouse just for us to end up back square one. Next up, the government, Dr. K. That whole was just annoying. The only good thing that came out of that, honestly, I wish Dr. K would have died off in volume two after they found L's sister. No, I think that was in the volume one. Yeah, so after they found L's sister, they had numerous chances to kill her. She didn't die. Then she didn't even get a comeuppance at the end. So it was like we spent so much time with that character, and this is gonna be a nitpick. That her fucking hair, it was similar to the other doctors, Doctor Brenner, I think that's his name. But her hair on her made her look so goofy. It kind of made it like a bobblehead for me, and it just took me out every time I seen it. And I wish she would have died. The soldier died. That was annoying. I was like, okay, take her out because clearly she's not gonna stop. And they didn't. I just thought, what was the point then? Like nothing happens. No one even punches her at the end of the season, because Elle was like, she sacrificed herself at the end. And I was just like, we it. I wanted to satisfy conclusion to that story because I thought it was kind of in a way, especially in the last episode. Nothing really happened. They caught Max and Vicky, and that was it. You know, what was the point? What was the point? Elle escaped, and then they get away scot free and graduate. Just felt like a waste of time. And the final thing that I didn't like about the season was the final fight. Final fight, like I said, it was a great final fight. Not taking away from the final fight, but for that to be the climax of everything we went through in the season, it was underwhelming. It was underwhelming. There was no. It wasn't long enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, seeing when the mind flare was about to crush Justin, it felt like Resident Evil, like multiplayer gameplay because like the fire attacking the weak point, it definitely felt like a video game. I'm pretty sure that was on purpose because they're nerds. The creators, I'm pretty sure, are nerds and they love playing the video games. Like in Resident Evil, when you gotta fight something that big, usually like an orange going like spot on where you gotta shoot it. I think it should have went on a little bit longer, and that comes up again with my first point in the bad. Some people should have died. There should have been more of a struggle. Like this is it, and it was like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like bam, maybe one of them get hurt, or at least when the mind flare first started attacking, and then someone sacrificed himself in the cave against Vecna because once again Vecna was so powerful in season 4 and he went out kind of like a bitch. I ain't gonna lie, like he kind of went out like a bitch. And then the cave, I knew as soon as I saw the cave, it reminded me of Mortal Kombat Deception. This is random. When you're fighting Onaga and you got the little totems with the Komodogus, and every time you knock one down and injure him, like I knew this little spikes that was in the cave was gonna play a part. I didn't know if that was gonna kill someone, like throw some, like throw them against one of those, killing someone, or he was gonna get stabbed, and he got stabbed. You know what I'm saying? So that's it with the bad. Now let's get to the mad. Now this part doesn't affect like the season for me. It's just little nitpicks I have. But once again, like I said, the season was good. So starting off, what the fuck is Matt's mom? Like I get she was not the best parent and she kind of abandoned her, but like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, go see your daughter. Like, I didn't even need her to be in the hospital when Max came, but like, at least you could have showed her giving her a hug during the graduation or something. But no, we don't get nothing with. Oh, mom, it was very weird. Where was Susie? Like, and once again, I think Dustin could have got some more scenes. Like, you can see, like, we didn't even have to see Susie. I just mentioned her would have made sense. Like, Dustin just been in such a spiral since Eddie dying. He broke up with Vicky. Susie. So I'm just like, oh, okay, that makes. You know what? That makes sense. Okay, at least you explained that character off, And then Vicky, why won't she, like, she was there doing the final stuff, so why won't she there doing the graduation, the moment with Steve, and all them up top of I think it was on top of the school or something, or the radio towers. I just, I thought it could have been a little bit more. With Robin, there was just no mention of her. And did they break up? What happened there? And why did everyone get to go away scot-free? Like, I'm not saying the government should have murdered them, but definitely some of them should be in jail because they definitely killed government agents. And they get to graduate and live their lives just all willy-dilly. Cool, I guess. It's just there should have been some type of repercussions. Like, you murdered people that was just trying to do their job. But it is what it is with that part. Another part, the CGI in the cave world, I don't know what it was called, or I can't remember what it was called, wasn't the best, especially when Nancy first get up there, and I was like, ooh, right, this is not looking the best. But most of the part of the CGI looked great, honestly. It was just that part, like them running. Sometimes it just looks. It reminds me of Linkin Park music video. This is the end when I definitely feel like not numb, but yeah. But the Linkin Park video when they're on the mountains, that's what it reminded me of. I can't think of the name of the song, and I know I messed up. Um, One last nitpick: why didn't they clear Eddie's name? You know, even though Dustin has the Hellfire Club shirt on at the end, I think them clearing uh, Eddie's name and he wasn't being so hated would have been a great like overall arc for Dustin in the season. Just because Eddie died really affected him. Clearly, he fought Steve for him. You know what I'm saying? Um, I just wish Eddie would have got his name cleared and at least the piece in death that he never got because he always felt like he was a mess up, and if Dustin would have been like, hey, this is what really happened, and he actually sacrificed himself for me, just something. It would have been a nice touch. But that's all I have for you all in the video, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, Happy New Year. But comment down below. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like, how you feel about the season. How would you rank the seasons? But as always, it's me, your boy Type 2. We are out of here. Deuces.